Hi everybody, Marylou Frost, Exit Realty Group, with another episode of Spilling the Tea with Marylou. Today, the topic is a little bit different than buying and selling. And this is a story that just recently happened. As you know, agents are a great resource if you're an investor and you have a rental property and you don't want to be bothered with all the documentation of handling and finding the perfect tenant for your new property. So many times the investors, the landlords, they do reach out to us agents, and we handle all that for you. The pictures are taken, it goes on realtor.ca. We do all the legwork, the paperwork, just as if actually it was a sale, but it's a lease. So you know what? It really does take a lot of pressure off a busy landlord. So I want to tell you this story. I have two young investors. They had just bought this condo 2 years ago. And it's a lovely condo in a historic building. I love it. It reminds me that it should really belong in New York City. That's how amazing it looks. So the two young investors, they bought it. They got a renter in there, or a leasee, I guess I should really say. And lo and behold, life was wonderful. She was an absolute 100% great tenant. And she loved that condo. She loved the location. She loved the whole building so much that when one came available for sale, she bought it. So now my young investors needed to find another tenant. And they did find another tenant on their own, which was fine. You know, landlords, you don't have to reach out always to a realtor, but sometimes we can lessen that stress. Anyways, they picked a new tenant. Everything was great. And she did meet all the criteria. However, she neglected, is a nice way to say it, of advising her landlords that she had a couple of cats. She had a dog, and she had a friend with a dog. And she wanted that friend to move in with the dog. So now all of a sudden we have 2 dogs and I think only 2 cats. This is a 1-bedroom condo unit. Not suitable at any time for 4 animals with working people. So, but that's my opinion. So what had happened was the animals and the tenant was not following the condo rules. And this actually was great information for me too, because I did not realize it. So the condo corporation director contacted my agent or my investors and said, we've got a problem. And so of course, this, I'm just gonna call them by their name, Megan and Danielle, contacted me and said, what do I do? And I said, you do your best to get her out because she's breaking the rules, but I'm not sure all the legalities. I am not the landlord. I am not the tenant board. I'm not any of those things, but I do know sometimes tenants know more than we know. So basically what is happening, and this is great information, yes, the bylaws, you know what, if she was living in a house on a street, she probably wouldn't, the landlords may not have had a leg to stand on. However, she was in a condo, and the condo rules trumps any other rule. And in those condo rules, there is only 1 pet allowed. So basically this young tenant, unbeknownst to her, and actually unbeknownst to maybe my investors, we had a leg to stand on. Now this tenant was very cooperative. She moved out, and a new tenant is moving in, and life will go on, and it is a success story. But I will tell you, that condo needs painting, it needs repair, and it needs deep cleaning. And it is unfortunate, and it does happen, but the best part of it is the condo rules trump the other bylaws, and this is now, we're moving on. Yep, she'll paint, she'll clean, she'll repair, and hopefully this new tenant, and let me tell you, this new tenant does know the condo rules now, more so in depth, And it's a success story. So I just want you to know that, you know what, if you are the owner of a condo and you do rent it out, really know those condo rules for that tenant so that this does not happen. This should not have happened. It did, we're moving on, but it's great information for landlords. So that's my tip for the day. And you know what, if you have any questions about a situation like this, absolutely call me. Marylou Frost, Exit Realty.